Hi guys. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining the final reflection for the class. So this is also on Blackboard. Again, it's handwritten. I want to emphasize that you can handwrite things. You can use this document if it's helpful. I've posted it on Blackboard. If this document is not helpful if it is not helpful for you, then you don't have to use it. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys the information that I'll be looking for in your final reflection. So this is the final big thing for the class before we assemble everything that we've done into a portfolio that you'll turn in at the very end. So the final reflection tells me, and I'm going to look at these top 3 things right here. So it tells me, what did you learn in the semester? How did you learn this? And why do you think those are the things that you learned in the course? Why are those the takeaways? Okay. So as you're reflecting on the class, you're trying to answer these questions, right? So you're thinking what did I learn throughout this semester, right? So you're thinking, okay, I thought about a particular discourse community, right? What did that help you learn? What did studying a discourse community help you learn? You're saying okay, I learned about time management. Okay, what did you learn about time management? And how did the things that we did in the class help you learn about time management? Oh, I learned about research. I learned about how to do primary research. I learned about how to do secondary research. I learned about whatever, work ethic. There's a bunch of different things that you should have picked up from this class. All of us kind of adjusted differently to this class, right? We all kind of learned different things. We took away different things based on the projects that we did. Okay, so you're gonna tell me, what did you learn? How did you learn it? And then why do you think that's what you learned? So if one of the main things you wanna talk about is time management, why is that one of the big things that you took away from this class? If one of the things that you wanna talk about is research, why is that one of the big things from the class, okay? So I have a list of things that I'd like for you to include as you're reflecting on the semester. So think about the readings and the reading responses. Go back to Blackboard and look at them, okay? Think about the discourse community map that you wrote along with the SOGC for the discourse community map. Obviously, think about the research paper and all the different steps of the research paper, right? Coming up with a question, right? That was a struggle for many of us. What do you mean you want me to look at my discourse community and something about language, okay? Think about the secondary research. How hard was it to find articles? How did you find them? Where did you look? Think about your primary research. How did you get that research done? How did you come up with research questions? How did you come up with the observation that you were going to do? How did you do all that? And then how did you actually write the paper? Think about the remix, right? How did you take something from your research paper and remix it into something else, right? How did that happen and what did you learn from that? Think about all of our in-class discussions, right? I know we only met for half the semester, but think about, what did you take away from in class? And if you need to go back to Blackboard and look at all the different things that we did, that's fine. Think about your out of class discussions when you were talking about this to friends, when you met with me individually, right? What is it that you took away from our meetings? And also think about peer feedback. We didn't quite get to do peer feedback on everything that I would have liked to this semester, but that's okay, right? What did you get from looking at other people's discourse maps? What did you get from looking at other people's SOGCs, right? So think about all those things and really holistically, walk me through the entire semester. What did you learn? How did you learn that? And why do you think that's what you learned? And how do you think that's going to be beneficial to you in future situations? Okay. You have a couple different options to complete this final reflection. Okay. So I'm giving you a lot of creative freedom. You can be as creative as you want to with this project. I give you a list here of ways that I see this reflection being done, but you're not limited to these. You can do other things. Just ask me, right? Hey, Misty, is it okay if I do this? So the first option is obviously a traditional written essay, like a written reflection, just you typing out. If that's how your brain works, and if you're I'm just going to go through all these questions for all these different things, that's 100% fine, right? Just type out what it is that you would like to share with me about what you learned in this class. You can also do a vlog or a video, the same way that I'm just recording myself talking right now. If that's what you want to do, if you just want to pretend like you're having a conversation with me and you're hey, Misty, here's what I learned this semester, that's 100% fine. If you want to do a comic strip, if you feel like it would be better suited for you to have little comics, and you want to draw yourself, you can use stick figures. If you feel like that's the best way for you to communicate with me, that's fine. It could also just be a drawing or a map. If you want to map out a timeline of here's what we did each week of the semester, here's what I learned, here's how I learned it, that's fine. If you want to do a song, I'm 100% fine with a song. It can be a rap song, it can be a hip hop song. However you feel you can best tell me what it is you learned this semester and how you learned it and why. You have creative freedom with that, okay? So here's what I need from you. Again, this will be our final thing before we assemble our portfolio. Let me know if you have questions, but hopefully this will be a good way for you to kind of like reflect on the whole semester, really think about like what's all the work that you have put in this semester, right? Because you've put in a lot of work for this class this semester. So really think about like, how did you get all of this done, and what are you taking away from it?